Exodus from Xeroth. In the vibrant city of Val'thar on the verdant planet of Xeroth, Zauran moved through bustling streets lined with crystalline structures that shimmered under the pale green sky. As a renowned historian and scientist, his days were often spent immersed in the ancient texts and artifacts housed within the great library, seeking to unravel the mysteries of his people's past. Yet, amidst the daily routines of research and scholarly pursuits, troubling reports began to surface from the outer reaches of Xeroth's territory. Whispers of strange energy fluctuations, deep within the planet's core, spread like wildfire among the populace. Initially dismissed as superstition, Zauran couldn't ignore the persistent unease that gnawed at him as he delved deeper into the data. One evening, atop the observatory spire overlooking the sprawling cityscape, Zauran met with his closest friend and colleague, Aran. Aran was a brilliant engineer whose innovations had propelled Xeroth's technological prowess to unprecedented heights. "Zauran, have you heard the latest reports?" Aran asked, his brow furrowed with concern as they gazed out over the horizon. Zauran nodded solemnly. "The energy fluctuations. They're increasing in intensity, and we still don't know their origin. It's troubling." Aran sighed, his gaze fixed on the distant mountains. "It feels different this time, like a storm brewing beneath our very feet." They exchanged a meaningful glance, both recognizing the gravity of the situation. The tranquility of their world was threatened, and the specter of impending catastrophe loomed large. Days turned into weeks as Zauran and Aran delved deeper into their investigations. They consulted ancient texts and analyzed data from monitoring stations scattered across Xeroth's surface. The energy fluctuations they discovered followed a cyclic pattern that mirrored events recorded in the planet's distant past, a time when Xeroth had faced near-catastrophic upheaval. "The texts speak of a great calamity," Zauran murmured one evening, his fingers tracing faded symbols etched into ancient parchment. "A force of immense power that nearly brought our civilization to ruin." Aran leaned in, his expression grave. "And our ancestors managed to contain it?" Zauran nodded slowly. "Yes, using a network of energy conduits and sophisticated containment fields deep within the planet's core. It was a monumental feat of engineering and sacrifice. But over time the technology has decayed," Aran concluded with a sigh. "And now the force is stirring once more." Their findings sent ripples of unease through the Council of Elders, revered leaders who governed Xeroth with wisdom and foresight. High Counselor Xeroth, a figure of stoic resolve with a mane of silvery hair, convened a solemn gathering in the grand chamber of Val'thar's council hall. "Zauran, Aran," Xeroth began, his voice resonating with authority, "your findings are indeed troubling. If what you say is true, we must take immediate action to reinforce the containment fields." Zauran exchanged a glance with Aran, their resolve solidifying. "We need access to the core," Zauran insisted firmly, "to assess the state of the conduits and make the necessary repairs." Xeroth nodded solemnly. "You have our approval. The fate of Xeroth rests in your hands." The journey to the planet's core was perilous and fraught with danger. Zauran, Aran, and a team of skilled engineers descended into the labyrinthine depths of Xeroth, their path illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent crystals embedded in the cavern walls. They navigated through winding tunnels and crossed chasms that yawned into unfathomable darkness. At last, they reached the heart of the planet, a vast chamber pulsating with raw energy. The containment fields hummed with a faint, rhythmic pulse, their intricate mechanisms a testament to the ingenuity of their ancestors. But as Zauran studied the monitors and conducted scans, a grim realization settled upon him. "The containment fields are failing," he reported with a heavy heart. "The energy fluctuations have breached the primary conduit. We're running out of time." Aran clenched his fists, his expression grim. "Can we reinforce the fields? Repair the damage?" Zauran shook his head slowly, his voice tinged with dismay. "Not here, not now. The force within the core is too volatile. We must evacuate." Back on the surface, panic gripped Val'thar, as news of the planet's impending doom spread like wildfire. The skies darkened with storm clouds of swirling energy, and tremors shook the ground as fissures opened across the landscape. The once idyllic cityscape of Val'thar became a scene of chaos and despair as people scrambled to board evacuation ships bound for the stars. Zauran stood on the observation deck of the flagship, his heart heavy with sorrow as he watched the devastation unfold below. The vibrant green skies of Xeroth were now a tempestuous maelstrom of swirling energy, the planet's once proud cities consumed by the cataclysmic forces unleashed from within. Aran joined Zauran at the viewport, his eyes fixed on the dying world they were leaving behind. "We did everything we could," he said softly, his voice barely audible over the roar of the engines. Zauran nodded, his gaze unwavering. "But it wasn't enough. Xeroth is lost." As the flagship soared through the heavens, carrying the last remnants of Xeroth's civilization to an uncertain future, Zauran looked back one final time at the planet he had called home. The truth was a bitter pill to swallow. Their once thriving world had become a barren wasteland, its vibrant greenery replaced by desolation and despair. But amidst the sorrow, Zauran felt a spark of hope. They had escaped the clutches of destruction, and now they would seek a new beginning among the stars. As the flagship accelerated towards the unknown, Zauran vowed to honor the memory of Xeroth and ensure that their people would endure. And so the exodus from Xeroth marked the end of an era and the dawn of a new chapter in their journey through the cosmos. As they ventured into the vast expanse of space, Zauran knew that their quest for a new home would be fraught with challenges and hardships. But he also knew that they carried with them the resilience and spirit of their fallen world, a legacy that would guide them as they forged a new destiny among the stars.
This has been a Storytime story on YouTube. Thanks for listening.